Well, I thought I'd share this with everybody. I've been sitting here answering questions from Lesko Help people, and a lot of people are asking about rental grants. A lot of people can't pay their rent, and there's a lot of grants, and there's a lot of you Google rental grants, and you see all this stuff about rental grants available and things like that, and it's a complicated issue. And I even see there's a new COVID stimulus package that just passed a couple of weeks ago, and that has rental grants in it. And my problem is, I see now videos from other people on YouTube and whatever talking about these rental grants and telling you how to get it. And I see the problem with it. I mean, my people are having a problem, and I think I probably study this stuff more than most people. But other people are misleading, because if you're looking for so I put together this report, by the way, that I'll make available free in YouTube and everywhere else that this runs. So you have all these sources that I'm going to talk about here. If I get this thing working, there we go. Here's what happened. Okay. And why people are giving misinformation. The new grant program that came out for rental grant is called the Emergency Launch. Okay, the Treasury came out. It came out in law, then the Treasury Department came out with what they call the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, ERAP. Now, that's great. So, see, the people who haven't been following this as much, if you look for emergency rental assistance program, you're going to get every state, every city will have things like this, and it'll look like a bonanza. The problem is all the current ones with that name or anything rental assistance is out of money. They don't have money. So people are going to go and look for that, and they're going to be told there's no money. And that's what our members are getting, and there's no money. So what I'm trying to do is teach people, okay, how to find this new one. Because if you just ask for rental grants and you go to any government office, or you look for who's giving out rental grants, and they're going to say they don't have money. But there's this new $25 billion that's just starting. So it's just starting out. So what you have to do is learn how to find and apply for them before they're available. And that's the key. And why that is the key is because when this money gets really ready to give out, it probably won't last long. So you have to start applying now, even if there's no application to fill out. Now, there's a few places that the application is available, a few places that they say it's coming, so you know where it is. Your problem now is not so much applying for the money yet, because you have to first find out where that money is. What's wrong is to go out and say, okay, I'm looking for a rental grant. No, you're not, because you're going to be shown all these other rental grants that don't have money. So that's not what you want. What you want, and if you contact agencies or contact offices or whatever, you want to know about the rental grant that was started January 7th, 2021. So if they had anything before then, and actually anything before last week, it'll be out of money anyway. If they have it, apply. What the hell, But that's the one you want, because that's the new one. That's the one that has $25 billion. Okay, so what you do, write that down. It's called, the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, which began January 7th, 2021. Okay, now let's go down the list of items I have in here. Okay, now what the Treasury came out with, okay, the states and counties have to sign up with the Treasury Department. See, now, okay, the Treasury says, the money's here, come and get it. Well, you and I can't go to the Treasury to get it. It has to be a government agency, and it may be the state, it may be the county, it may be your city. Okay, so you have all those agencies that have to go to the Treasury Department and sign up for the amount of money they're giving. Now, here's another item. So that's number 2. Number 3, this is something you may want to look at. It's a listing, a link put on, I misspelled the word. That's not going to be the only time. And this is a list of all the money they've given out so far. the people who applied. So now, if you go to this list, it's all the emergency rental assistance programs at the local level. So you see Alabama. Okay, you have all these counties that applied for money and the state. So you have a listing: Montgomery County, Mobile County, Madison County, Jefferson. So those counties have it, and then the state has it. And I guess the state will have the money to give out to people who are not in those counties. It's, of course, not simple, and I probably don't understand it all. And so be careful what I say, even, because you have to study this stuff for years and be there since day one for this. I don't. I'm only 77 years old, so I haven't lived long enough to understand all this stuff yet. So I may be wrong. So here's Alaska. I think there's one city, and then the state, then Arkansas. So that's a clue. So now what I would do is, first of all, okay, look at your cities, look at your state on that list, and now you have something to look. Because if your county is on that list, then at least you go to that county. Your state's on that list, okay, you go to that state. Okay, now what I put down after that, here's a general idea of what this thing is. It is, your income has to be below 80% of the median income. Medium is another word for average. It really isn't average. Statisticians will, chop my head off for saying it. And what it is, and you owe rent. The household member that has a reduction in income. So you're suffering, this kind of thing. You can't pay your rent. And you may be at risk for even homelessness. So all those things. It depends. Everyone will be a little different. Everyone, maybe they want to help poorer members first and all this kind of stuff. But what it pays for is rent, rental arrears. That means rent you owe, and that goes up to 11, 12 months. Utilities and home energy costs, and home energy and utility arrears. I like that word, arrears. So that's past due things, and other expenses related to housing incurred during COVID-19. I don't know what that is, and maybe the applications where you are will spell that out. Okay, here's some samples that are ready to go. Okay, Arizona is ready. It begins on the February 23rd. See, it's only the 17th today, so they're not even started. But they announce they're going to start applications then, okay? So there's a link. You want to get that. So you could look at that link and look at a little more detail and say, oh, shit, I don't apply for that. I can't get that. Now, here's Iowa. Iowa says February 16th is not available, but they announced that it's coming soon to a theater near you. See, that's what's going on now. So that's why, if this is coming soon and you're living in Iowa looking for a rent grant, and you you talk to 3 people and, oh, we had it, but it's gone, you're going to go home and never look again. And see, you're just right on the cusp. You have to know you're right on the cusp of getting money, to stay there. Otherwise, you'll go home and say, oh, Christ, it's never for me. And see, look, they have a big ad here in Iowa, coming soon. Here, Missouri, February 11th, they just signed the law. So they're announcing they signed the law to get this money out. And that's February 11th. So that's last week. So it's going to take who knows, weeks or whatever for them to get it going. This is what you're up against. Actually, Texas is pretty good. They started applications on February 15th. See? This is what's going on. Learn this. Understand it a little bit. You can't understand it all. I don't. And I'm trying to teach you. So that's the blind leading the blind. Okay. So what I hope I convince you with is that, okay, there is money in your state, or maybe your county, or maybe your city. It is new money that it hasn't even been spent yet. Nobody even gave out the money. So that's why for this program, nobody could say the money's all gone, because nobody's got money yet. So anybody said, yes, we had money, but it's all gone. You got to move on. Don't talk to them anymore. You got to get something. Okay, now when I how do you find this stuff? Okay, now remember Lesko Help. I mean, we have a whole bunch of places in every state, but I think here's something for you to start with if you're not a member here. Is go. You want to find this list here. There's a link here. It's a National Association of State Housing Financing Agencies. See, and this is a logical place, and probably it goes there if that money you saw on that list earlier that goes to a state is probably going there, because if you go to this, click on this link that I have for the state housing financing people, they have a map here, and see the emergency rental assistance active list. See what they're doing, authorized by the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021. See, this is the new guy. This is the guy they're talking about. So this is a national association of government agencies that hand out money to people. Now, not all of them may have this one, but they're trying to keep track of it. And see, look at here, this map of the United States. See the dark colors? They have preliminary information available. The shaded colors, no color on it, they don't have information's coming soon. So you click on Alabama and okay. Emergency rental assistance. Please note, this program is not yet open for applications. Check back frequently for updates. On February 12, 2021, the mayor so-and-so implement the state's new. So he's talking about how the state's going on it. So this is why this is a source. You're always looking for a source, because the people, sometimes you call on the front lines, they can't know the big picture. So that's why you got to have a little big picture stuff in your noodle, so you could take what someone's saying on the ground that may not be true, and why. It may be true for them, but you don't want that anyway. So that's why you have to be very careful. So whatever state, you're Minnesota. What do they have for Minnesota? Oh, they have some information about it. 25 billion. That's the right one. Minnesota receives 50% of the total funding. So they have a little. Many details need to be resolved. We are expected that Congress will act to provide the direct rental assistance. Sign up for rental assistance news list. So they have a place for you to sign up to keep up to date on what's going on. See, so that's what you want to do. You go to that list and see what they know about. Now, another thing you could do, particularly if you see your county on that list, then what you want to do then is start calling people in your county. So you go to commoncause.org, find your representative, you put in your zip code and your 20895. Oh, no, that's not it. That's right. So I live in Washington, D.C. It's a little weird. So here you have the president. Oh, they got the new president, but no picture. There's my senators. There's my representative. There's my governor. They're the people you do. Your two senators, your representative, your governor. Call them. Then here, your state senator, lieutenant governor. I don't know if they have a staff for this much, but certainly your state senators that cover you. See, it's all there. Look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 state senators, 5 state senators. Wow, how do I get that much? 6 state senators, and then a county council. I call them too. So they're the people you start banging on. So of course, it's going to be mixed results. Some of them will hang up on you. Some of them will never talk to you. Some of them will come and invite you for lunch. So you never know. But see, they get paid to help you. That's the important thing. You have a right to call them. This is what democracy is about. Otherwise, see, if you're looking for Google for help, you're going to get people who will answer you quickly, probably, maybe even quicker. Number one, they don't have the power that these people do to get you the money. Number two, they want to get money from you because they got to pay Google to be able to find you. Okay, so that's our little lesson 101. You're looking for stuff like this and you're not a member of Lesko Help, then it's leskohelp.com, www.leskohelp.com. Or if you're looking just for the mini grants, I have mini grants for every state. So if you're looking for state mini grants, I have a separate website for that because you don't have to join anything. Now, all members get all the state mini grants for free. But if you don't want to join, you just want the mini grants, I put them at www.leskoreports.com. Lesko Reports, plural, REPORTS, leskoreports.com. Okay? So remember, go back and look for that COVID grant money for rental. And remember, it's not there yet. So you have to find where it is so you get in front of the right door when it's open and ready to take applications. Because you wait a couple of days, you'll probably be out of luck. And why take a chance? You got time now to start doing the work and find out where that is. It's going to take some investigative research, and that means using the phone. And it's going to take some perseverance when people beat you up. And that's going to happen no matter what the hell you do. So get used to it. Okay. Have fun.